Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we will learn on how to use autorun in PHITS. So why we want to use autorun in PHITS? Usually when we doing research, we want to run our code in multiple parameter. For example, let's say we want to run our code in multiple value of energy. Then we use autorun. First, you go to this link. This is the link that the code exists. I will share to you, and this is the link you can download. This is just my code that I wrote. Okay, you can use another example. Bits has its own example, and it's also good. First, download it. Then let's wait. After done, this one will extract and copy the file that we already download to our bits folder, and my folder is in here. Let's say I want to just put it in here. Okay, you see this is autorun, and if you double click autorun, we have this folder intensity sample and intensity 0. I will explain about the physics later. The next one is prepare the base file. Our case is intensity 0.inp and intensity sample.inp. This is the master file, so if you want to change anything, any related setup, you need to change in here. So in intensity sample, there is intensity sample.inp. This is our master file. Our code in here, if you want to change anything, you will change in here. We also have intensity 0. So the physics is we want to calculate the value of coefficient of attenuation. So we want to calculate the intensity where we have our sample, and the second one we also want the value intensity without our sample. So intensity without our sample is intensity 0, and intensity with our sample is just intensity sample. So these two, if you want to change anything, maybe let's say the more specific setting, you will change in these two. The next one is make the autorun.inp. You will define the parameter that you want to change in here. For more detail, you need to refer to this specific document. You can go to PHITS, lecture, advanced, and autorun. You will find more detailed information there. But I already make the file. In here, in intensity 0, for example, you see there's autorun. It will looks like this. Also, if you see in the intensity sample, there's also autorun, so it's different. You know what's the difference between these two? Yeah, exactly, the name of the file. For the intensity 0, the file is intensity 0, and for the intensity sample, the file is intensity sample. So what does that mean? This means, for example, the intensity sample, we want to define the value of variable C3. And this variable of C3, the value are 5 data points. The first data point is this one, 0.356. Second data point, 0.468. What are these value? This is actually energy. We take a look in this file, intensity sample.inp. Click in here. Here, this is where we put the variable. So this variable C3, we will change it in here. C3 is the value of that you need to change. I repeat. So intensity 0 also the same. C3, intensity 0. For intensity sample, so intensity sample. So this is the auto run, just this file. Go to the next one. We need to set the icntl equal to 16 to use the script of analysis function. If we want to do this kind of things, we must set the icntl as 16 to enable this kind of script. Next one, we will run the autorun.inp using cmd. For this case, I will only use example of intensity 0. I will also change in intensity 0 since it will be very long if we use the actual value. I will make it faster. I will save and then I will only use one CPU. You go to the folder, click in here, type cmd, then you see in here, type autorun.py. You can see it shows, so it's work. The autorun is calculating the first value, calculating the first condition, then calculating the second condition. Let's wait. It take too long. Calculating fourth value. Then the last one, calculating number 5. It takes time because our code actually also doing writing folder, write anything. So it's take a little bit additional time. Finish autorun.pet. Press any key to continue, just press any key. We go back to our folder. See, before there is no out files. Now we have these out files. The last one is check the output in the folder, out files folder. You can see the parameter that you use for the particular, for that kind of, not that kind of, for one particular run from the var file. So what's the meaning that I'm talking about? Go to out files. See, there are 5 data point, 5 variable, and then the bits automatically make uh, number 1, number 2 until number 5. This is the result. Let's say I want to see density 0. So this is the calculated. You can see this one and this one. Since I use very little vehicle or history, so the result is not so good. But we doesn't concern about that. What we concern is, let's say, let's say you're confused. So what is data 1? What is data 5? Of course, if you are remember, you can just see in here. This is data 1, this is data 2, and this is data 6, number 6, and now number 5. But if you want to in here, there is var file. So this is the value, the variable value that we use in this particular run. Number folder number 5, click. You see in var file, this is the value. So that's it. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.